Welcome to BookView TV. I'm Dennis Campbell. Now, each week we discuss the craft of writing books with an author in any one of a number of categories. Now, today we take a step into an area the Kindle and Nook were especially created for, the world of erotic novellas. Let's face it, if you rode the bus or subway with a book with these covers and titles, you'd probably cover them in brown paper to avoid the unwanted glances and assumptions of fellow passengers. Now, with an e-reader, one can read, enjoy such pleasures, and smolder away without anyone being the wiser. All those e-copies sold of 50 Shades of Grey were not a coincidence. Steamy romance and erotica novellas have been with us since Fabio on horseback first graced the covers before slipping under the covers. Now anyone can read them with their anonymity intact. Our guest this week joins us from down under in Australia. Melissa Craig has become an erotica sensation around the globe with her books Ample Attraction, Plentiful Package, and the short story Package of Paradise. And forgive me as I desperately try to keep both a straight face and free from blushing. As everyone knows, we're not talking about DHL or FedEx package deliveries. Now, desperately trying to avoid double entendre, these books are the work of Melissa Craig. And as she says in her bio, I awake every morning to have my Nespresso. It helps me function for the rest of the day. I need to function so I can write erotica. Writing about men's hard bodies is a hard job, but someone has to do it. See, writing erotica is like doing a cardio workout. Okay, now I'm breathless. I need to get back to writing more stories for you, close quote. Melissa Craig, welcome to BookView TV.
G'day, Dennis. How you going? That's a good intro.
I'm going to attempt to, after reading that, to regather my thoughts here with a somewhat more serious question. Melissa, I spent more than 2 months on a course in Australia about 10 years ago, and the one thing that still stands out about your country was its very open and healthy attitude towards human sexuality and sex. As a matter of fact, I believe the term I used to describe it when I got home was, "Wow." Any reaction?
That's awesome. I suppose we're just all comfortable talking about it, and everyone does it, so it's a part of nature, and that's really funny to see. Don't you talk about it over there?
Well, it is, because it's just so out there. I mean, there's no nuance, there's no games, there's no, hiding behind the fact. I mean, it was just raw. That's the only way to describe it.
I don't know who you spoke to.
So I have to ask you, what got you started writing about kite surfing? I mean, hard male bodies and the reaction it has on women.
So I had to, I actually did. I was driving, and this character played on my mind. I'd read so many books, and this one fella just kept playing on my mind. So I wrote it down, thinking it was my subconscious. One thing led to another. Every day I started writing, and also a friend of mine said, I think you've got a story there. So, and I watch kite surfing, and I grew up with kite surfing, living in Australia and the Great Barrier Reef. So it just came naturally, I suppose.
Now, I know, like, with location of coffee shops, for example, that more competition is viewed as being good for the overall category. So how important has the success of E.L. Lewis's 50 Shades of Grey been for the erotica novella industry?
Oh, it has opened up. So it has been a blessing, I think, for erotica. I started around the same sort of time. E.L. James did a few years before me, but it started becoming popular, and I think it's done the best thing for the genre. It has become, instead of being hidden away now, it's mainstream, and it's acceptable to buy it. So, and people are talking about it, so, which is good. People should be talking about it. It's an everyday thing, and thank you, E.L. James. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Yes, and thank you for correcting me. I meant E.L. James, not E.L. Lewis. I'm not sure where I got that in the script here. My apologies. So what types of people read erotica? I mean, how surprised am I likely to be to find certain people reading it?
It's amazing. No, a lot of people read it. They just might not, tell you that they read it. Males and females are reading it, and all different ages. Even I've got 70, 80-year-olds reading it. From as long as you're 18 and over, that's the main thing. So, yeah, males, females, anyone is enjoying it, which is great.
Now, I have to ask, is this an exercise in voyeurism or transference at work here? Or what actually drives people to read these works?
I don't know. I think like any book, it's an escapism. So it's something that's different to your everyday world. So that's why we read books, is to dive into the characters. And we all want to have a relaxing time. And I think erotica is one of those books that you can just chill out. You don't have to think too much, and you can just let it all flow, which is a good thing. Because after a hard day's work, sometimes you don't really want to get too deep into a book and put it down and go, oh, I don't have time for that. You want something easy reading, and that's what erotica is.
Indeed, and it certainly helps your writing sales and the whole. Shall we say, patter of what you communicate online and in other places. It definitely has to help sales that you happen to be a very attractive woman. So how much of your own persona is wrapped up in the characters about whom you write?
What I like to do is I like to get the best bits of everyone I know and put it into a character. It might be someone's eyes or someone's face or someone's hair or someone's clothes and just shape it into a typical Aussie. And one that has obviously nice abs and is quite nice in a swimsuit.
I wouldn't know anything about that, but someone once said all writing is somewhat autobiographical. So are you Jenna, and is Jenna you?
No. No, I don't scuba dive. I don't kite surf. And I don't work on Green Island. So, no, I'm not Jenna. I'd like to meet Jenna. Jenna would be a really good friend, I think. But yeah, no.
Well, when we come back on Bookview TV for part 2 with Melissa Craig, after your host has taken a very long and cold shower, we'll look more at the phenomenon of erotica in her books Ample Attraction, Plentiful Package, and the short story Package of Paradise when Bookview TV with Dennis Campbell continues. Keep it right here.